620 AM, KEXB. Experts in business in North Texas.
I saw an article earlier today that said summer is sexist. Women have to sweat to get these bikini bodies, hair removal, and it's all surrounded with a lot of other, I guess, stigmas. Joining me on the phone to talk about this and a whole lot more. And maybe to tell us that we're just out of line thinking about this is life coach and personal good friend of mine, Kelly Accetta. How are you?
I'm fantastic, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing great. Before we jump into that, how's your summer so far? How's your life?
Hectic.
That's good, right?
So. Yes.
Kind of good, right? As long as it's hectic in a good way.
Exactly, and no complaints. I love it.
I love it. Well, you're a truth coach, and you've spoken to thousands of people kind of about getting their best life and going and pursuing their goals and their dreams and all that good stuff. Now, let's focus on, for a second, is summer sexist? Do you think that women have more to prepare, I guess, or have certain pressures than men when it comes to going to the beach and going to the pool and just, and what do you think about all that?
Oh, my gosh. The summer is so tough for most women. I just got to tell you. And, again, I talk about it in my book in the chapter Comparison. And women that suffer from this landmine really have a hard time with summer because, when we look at getting in shape and we're on good track, but then all of a sudden summer is here and we have missed the mark, we can really be brutal on ourselves, much more so than the guys. If a guy's on a diet and it doesn't quite hit it by summer, it's not going to, a lot of women just, it crushes them. I know many women that won't even go to the pool in a bathing suit. They'll just go in shorts and a T-shirt because they feel so badly about their body, and that's just wrong.
It is wrong.
So
Let me ask you a question. Who has made them feel bad? Can we blame advertising? Can we blame marketers? Men? Who's to blame for that?
Everyone you just said.
Okay.
But most importantly, we have to, as women, we have to accept blame if we respond to it. If we buy into it, it's our fault. I've had 2 children. I'm 50 years old. I still wear a bikini because you know what? I want to be tan, and I really don't care what someone else thinks about me when I'm at the pool.
Do you really?
I don't look fantastic in a bikini, but you know what? I'm okay with that, and that's where it's as coaching women over the last 25 plus years. I really encourage any female listening, you have got to stop caring what other people think of you.
I'm laughing over here because that goes right into our discussion that we're going to have a little bit later in the show about why millennials don't take lunch breaks. And it's
yes.
Okay, and it goes into what people think about them. Your book is called How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Lives. So this all goes back to, could it go back to self-confidence that perhaps if these women were more open-minded and said, you know what, I don't care what other people think of, because you can go your whole life caring what people think about you and you not getting certain things done in your life and not enjoying your life. And what good is that at the very end, right?
Absolutely. And, we look at different stars or different actors or musicians or whatever, and we celebrate their quirkiness. We celebrate when they're different. There are plenty of actors that don't have drop-dead gorgeous looks, but they are, sexy.
Right.
Because they have confidence. And see, that's where I would love for women to really understand that. It's not, you will run yourself into the ground trying to be society's version of perfect.
Yeah.
And that's not what's sexy. What's sexy is confidence. No matter what you look like, no matter what your shape is, that's the sexiest thing you can go after.
Mm-hmm. Kelly Accetta is our guest. The book is How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Lives. Real quick, let's talk about that and why you wrote that book.
Because I had to diffuse all of them myself. Just spending 25 plus years on 5 different continents, teaching and training women and developing female leaders, it was crystal clear that we as women really had some destructive behaviors that we planted in our own lives. And life's already hard enough with everything else we have to contend with in the world, at our jobs, with our bosses. Life's already hard enough. We don't need to then go and make it even harder with things like mommy guilt, comparison, gossiping, victim mentality, all of these things that I saw women suffering under, and it was self-inflicted. So that's why I wrote the book.
Now, when people come to your workshops, and I don't know, do you have a workshop coming up? Because I know you do them fairly often.
I do. I have one July 13th, and that's in Dallas, and I have one in Houston, August 17th.
Okay, wonderful. July 13th, and that's pretty much like a day thing, right? Like a 9 to 5?
9 to 5 with a girls' night out afterwards.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
And they can find all the details and registration information on the website, which is truth.coach.
Now, what can they expect from that? I'm just curious. Like, what types of topics do you tackle on these workshops?
We actually take several landmines from the book, and we just go hard. And we go and we dig up those landmines and eradicate them once and for all from your life.
Let's talk about career just for a second. What's one of the biggest landmines that women set for themselves when it comes to their career?
Well, there are many, but I would say the easiest to eradicate, and one that is just so volatile, is gossiping.
Really?
Gossiping, oh my gosh. Men do it too, but not to the same extent that women do. And usually when men gossip about someone else, that man that they told pretty much just keeps it to himself. Women are, oh my goodness, we love to listen to gossip. We love to share gossip. We love to gossip. The whole industry of gossip magazines is sustained by women. Men don't read those things.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of women that might even be listening saying, oh, it's harmless. No, it's not, because gossip always gets back to the person you're talking about. And now friendships are fractured, relationships are fractured. God forbid it was a boss you were gossiping about. You could lose your job, or your job will become a nightmare because you've fractured trust. It's just something that is so easy to do, but it's also easy not to do if you just put the energy and effort forth.
There was a situation I heard of an office just here recently, and in full disclaimer, it's nowhere that I work. It was a friend was telling me about their office situation. And it's 100% female in the office. And so she was beginning to tell me about some of the way some of the girls were gossiping and criticizing other workers in the office. And it got to the point where just what you said, you start to gossip about somebody, and someone hears the gossip, and they're thinking to myself, wait a minute, that person's not like that. That person's a good person. And it becomes a toxic work environment. And let me ask you, so this brings me to my next question. Do you think having an all-female office is worse or better than maybe having an office that's 50-50 with male-female? Because it seems like to me there's too many women who are gossiping in the office.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter if it's 50%, 100%. That the percentage doesn't matter. What matters is the kind of women that are in the office.
Okay, these are all young, probably 22 to 25.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I'm talking about, are they healed women or are they broken women? Because
point.
Broken women are highly insecure, and they will engage in gossip. They'll engage in all sorts of behaviors that create a toxic work environment.
Broken women.
And only free women can free women. And if the leader of that company doesn't have the confidence and the wisdom to find out who's the one that's the source and address it and start to help that woman gain confidence and, let her know that this is not a healthy way. You either win the race by being the fastest runner or by breaking the other runner's legs. And we don't do that here.
Yeah.
We just strive to be the fastest runner. So what you're doing cannot continue. That's not the culture of this company. That's not what we do here. We lift people up. We find ways to shine the light on their successes, not pick apart their failures.
That's a great line. That is excellent. Good point. The book is called How to Defuse the Landmines We Plant in Our Lives. You can go check out the Dallas workshop, all happening July 13th. It goes from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Where's that located, by the way? Do you have a...
It will be at the Marriott Shops at Legacy.
Oh, nice area.
And
right
we'd love to make an impact on the women here in Dallas.
There you go. And go to truth.coach. That's truth.coach for all information on this workshop. And I would imagine you get the book, on Amazon? Best place? Is that right?
Amazon, the website, or barnesandnoble.com.
There you go. All right, before I let you go, do you have plans this summer? Do anything exciting?
I am moving both of my daughters.
Oh, my goodness.
But no, I plan on getting out of town to Quebec at the end of August.
So. Oh, nice. All right, well, we certainly appreciate your insight on that. So, guys, loosen up a little bit. It's okay. Let's not put the pressure on the women to look a certain way, right? And that goes for guys, too, right? So if a guy does, look, if I don't have a six-pack, it looks more like a pony keg, that's okay, right?
That's okay.
That's okay. All right. We appreciate your time.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.